as as always, I told you guys that I would be 100% honest and authentic, right? As always. And it's not easy. I'm being honest with you guys. It is not easy for me to confess my feelings, to the world. But it is what it is, right? And all of us all of us ex Jehovah's Witnesses, we are all suffering in one way or another, right? And when you wake up from the Jehovah's Witness cult, you know what real love is, and you know what fake love is, right? So most of you guys know my story already, right? So I don't want to have to say it again. But just earlier today, I almost had a mental meltdown, I guess you could say, right? Because I was thinking about the last words that my mother said to me several months ago, about 6-7 months ago. The last time I heard from my mother, right? The last word she said to me was, and this is after I told her to do her research. I told her I would no longer be part of the Jehovah's Witness religion. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in the governing body leaders, the governing body members. I don't believe in the elders. I don't believe in this organization anymore. I told my mom, do your research. Just do your research, and you will see that I am not lying to you. Do your research, right? Off the bat, she got defensive. Whoa, you sound like an apostate. Guess what? I am an apostate. I'm an opposer. I don't believe in this religion anymore. And if you knew what I knew, you would not be a part of this religion also, right? So when I encouraged her to do her research, she got defensive right away, right? And she told me, do not talk to me anymore. This is the last words that my mom said to me back in, I believe it was late April, May. Either late April or early May, right? But the last words that my mom said to me was, don't talk to me anymore. I'm going to tell people not to talk to you. That was the last words that my mother said to me. Don't talk to me anymore. I'm not going to respond to your messages. I'm going to tell people not to talk to you. In other words, you're dead to me. So if I were to die tomorrow, or if she were to die tomorrow, right? If either of us were to die tomorrow, one of us would feel a certain way. Because even though I am an apostate, I'm still her son. And even though she shunned me, she's still my mother, right? But yeah, it really hit me today, and it made me realize I almost had a psychotic breakdown earlier today. I almost had a mental breakdown because I said to myself, it hit me today. Even though she said this to me 6-7 months ago, right? She said this to me several months ago. It hit me earlier. It was last night actually. It hit me last night where I was talking on the phone with a friend, right? And I had to tell them, everything that was going on in my life throughout this year. And I had to tell them, hey, listen, I left this religion, this cult. And my mom said this. She actually had the nerve to say this to me. My mom said, don't call me, don't contact me ever again. We're done. You're an apostate. My mom decided to listen to 8-9 men in upstate New York. She decided to blindly listen to these men instead of hearing what her own son had to say. All I said to her was, just do your research. When you do your research, you are bound to wake up. And you have nothing to lose by doing your research outside of jw.org. You have nothing to lose. That's all I said to her. Right off the back. And this is how you know that these Jehovah's Witnesses are, I hate to use the word brainwashed, but they are, right? They're indoctrinated and they are brainwashed. This is how you know that they are brainwashed. They don't even use common sense. Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't use common sense. Like, they leave no room for failure. The minute you say anything negative against the organization, they go into defense mode. Whoa, you're talking bad about the organization. Instead of them using their common sense, right? Instead of them saying, hey, listen, this organization has changed. This is not the same organization that it was back 20, 30 years ago. This organization has changed drastically, right? They know this. Now they're having talks about money, giving financial donations to the organization. They didn't do this 20, 30 years ago. Now they are continuously changing their new light. They have new light constantly, right? They didn't do this back in the day. But a Jehovah's Witness will listen to 8, 9 men in upstate New York over their own blood. Make that make sense. There's a difference between a Jehovah's Witness love and the love from non-believers. There's a big difference. As of right now, I'm still alive. My mom is still alive. To my knowledge, right? To my knowledge, my mom is still alive. She wants nothing to do with me. And I said to myself, you know how many parents out there who have kids that passed away? And they would give anything to speak to their child once again. My mom is making a conscious decision to not talk to me. She knows I'm alive, right? She knows that, I'm here in Hawaii, but she knows I'm alive, but she's making a conscious decision to not talk to me. When she can. She could talk to me if she wanted to. But she's choosing to listen to 8, 9 men that she will never, ever meet. And even if she were to meet them, she would not ever know them on a personal level. She knows me on a personal level. She gave birth to me. I'm her son, right? But she has chosen to not ever talk to me ever again just because I told her, I encouraged her to do her research, and I questioned the governing body leaders of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, if you are not a Jehovah's Witness and you're watching this video, make this make sense. My own mother, she believes that she's a part of the true religion, quote unquote, the true religion, right? That is filled with love. It's a loving organization. But yet she is shunning me. Now, I have friends. I'm going on vacation in a few weeks. I'm going to Australia, right? And earlier today, I was trying to comprehend this, and I really couldn't fully grasp it, right? I couldn't really fully let it sink in. But I'm going to 4 different cities in Australia in a few weeks. Now, 3 out of those cities, I have friends that live in, different cities. 3 out of 4 of those cities, I have friends that called out of work just to take time just to spend time with me, right? They call out of work. They know that I'm coming. I'm going to stay with them, and they told their employers, listen, my friend from America, he's coming to stay with me, and I'm going to take some time off because I want to see him. I want to spend some quality time with him. I care about him. I love this person, right? So I have strangers. Well, sorry, they were once strangers. They are now friends, good friends, in another country, over 4,000 miles away, right? In another continent. They are taking time they're calling out of work. Some of them are getting paid, some of them are not getting paid, right? But they say, hey, listen, my friend from America, he's coming here. He's coming to this country. I care about him. I love him. I want to spend time with him. These are 3 different friends in another continent that's 4,000 plus miles away, right? And these are 3 friends in 3 different cities throughout the country of Australia, right? They are taking their time to spend quality time with me. And my mind couldn't comprehend how my own mother wants nothing to do with me because I choose not to be a part of her cult. Because I love everybody. Jehovah's Witnesses only love their own kind. Make that make sense. I love everybody. Jesus loved everybody, right? So I love everybody. Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't love everybody. They only love other Jehovah's Witnesses, right? So I told my mom, do your research. You will see that I'm not lying to you. My own mother cut me off. I want nothing to do with you. That's ingrained in my brain. That's the last words I heard from my mom. I want nothing to do with you. Don't talk to me ever again. I'm going to tell people not to talk to you. That came out of my mom's own mouth 6-7 months ago, right? But yet I have friends, people from another continent, friends overseas. They are dying to see me. They love me for who I am. They are not related to me at all. My mind, to this day, I can't comprehend that. I'm trying to comprehend it. I'm trying to grasp how my own mother wants nothing to do with me. My own mother, who gave birth to me, wants nothing to do with me. But I have people overseas that love me. They're calling out of work to spend time with me. Like my mind, that's a mind fuck. Excuse my French, but that's a mind fuck. When you have blood, your own blood. My two brothers, my mom blocked me. They want nothing to do with me. But I have people that were once strangers. They are now more family than my own blood that are dying to see me. Make that make sense. And in another country. On top of that, they're in another country. Make that make sense. So, with that being said, as you who were once former Jehovah's Witnesses, or PMOs, if you're still JW and PMO, you guys already know. You already know. The love of a Jehovah's Witness is fake. It is superficial, right? And as a lot of you guys already know, speaking of Australia, right? A lot of you guys already know that I was once, excuse me, I was once talking to a Jehovah's Witness sister in Australia, right? In Australia. And she was interested in me just last year. The minute I woke up, I told her, I said, listen, I'm not going to be a part of this religion anymore. If you want to be with me, we could be together, we could be together, but I am not going to be a Jehovah's Witness ever again. And she hit me up. She's the one who hit me up first. She hit me up first after not talking for several years. Hey, you've been on my mind. I was thinking about you. I want to pursue something with you. She said this to me. I want to pursue something with you, right? But she thought in the back of her mind that I was going to be a JW again. She thought that all this time I was Jehovah's Witness. When in reality, at the time I was the fellowship. But when I got reinstated, I told her, listen, I'm going to disassociate soon. But if you really want me, if you really like me like you claim you did, like you claim you do, we can still be together. And she showed her true colors. Oh, you're going to disassociate? You're going to disassociate? I'm not going to be with you if you're going to leave the organization. And I said to myself, hold on. I thought you liked me for me. I thought you wanted me for who I am as a person. But she only wanted to date/marry a Jehovah's Witness. So it made me realize my mom, my two brothers, this sister in Australia, all my Jehovah's Witness friends that I know all this time, they only cared about me because I was a Jehovah's Witness. It had nothing to do with me as a person, because I'm a really good person. I'm a really good-hearted person. I care about people as a whole. I don't care about religion. I care about people for who they are. But Jehovah's Witnesses, they only care about people if they're in their religion. The minute you walk outside that religion, the minute you leave that religion, they don't care about you anymore. And that tells me exactly what I need to know about you. I'm extremely good at reading people. When I was a Jehovah's Witness, right? There were people in the organization, in my congregation. I knew they didn't care about me, right? And it was obvious. I would try to make plans with them. I would try to associate, try to hang out with them outside the Kingdom Hall. And it would be excuse after excuse after excuse. Because I wasn't their people, right? I wasn't their cup of tea. So it would be excuse after excuse. Oh yeah, we'll hang out sometime. Yeah. Weeks went by, months went by, years went by, right? Never hung out. They made time to hang out with everybody else, but not me, because I wasn't their cup of tea. I kept saying to myself, what type of agape love is this? This is supposed to be the truth. This is supposed to be the true organization. Where is the love? Where's the love? You see, I struggled with cognitive dissonance back in the day. I struggled with that back in the day. I knew that these people didn't love me, but I also believed that this was the truth, that this was the true organization. But I had to learn the hard way. And I'm happy that I woke up. You know, this is like that saying, it's better late than never. It's better that you wake up in your late 30s than you never wake up at all. Right? So I'm wide awake. And now once I see things for what it is, right? I am so appreciative that I have friends outside the organization that love me for who I am. And like I said, I'm about to go on vacation in a few weeks. I have people overseas in Australia. They have already taken time off from work to spend quality time with me. My mind can't comprehend that. To this day, I can't comprehend that. Because all this time, growing up, I honestly believe that I was an unlovable person, right? I didn't think anyone would ever love me. I didn't think anyone would ever want to be around me growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, because I had so much shitty, bad experiences growing up in that cult, right? So now that I left the cult, now that I left the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, I have real people, real friends that love me. It's hard to fully comprehend that, people actually can love me. That's something that's hard for me to grasp. That's hard for me to comprehend, because I never had that growing up. So now that I have it as an adult, in my mid-30s, I'm kind of fucked up, in the head, in a sense, because I never had that before. So when you never had when you never had true love growing up, and you get it in your your 30s, it's a bit bizarre. It's a bit bizarre. It's a strange feeling, It's a strange feeling because you never had it before. But I actually have people who want to spend quality time with me in another country. But my own mother, my two brothers, want nothing to do with me. Make that make sense. That makes no fucking sense. And they're supposed to be a part of the true religion, the true organization that's all about love, all about peace. If you are Jehovah's Witness watching this, well, for starters, if you're watching this, you know something's not right with the organization, right? You know that. But you have to know that there are real people outside the organization. This organization tries to divide people. Oh, Jehovah's Witnesses are good. Oh, worldly people are evil. No, that's not the case. In fact, it's the complete opposite. It's the opposite. I hate to say it. Jehovah's Witnesses, a lot of them, they may appear as good people, but there are judgmental people who look down on others. We know this. I know this. I did this when I was a witness. I was brainwashed. I was indoctrinated myself. Anyone who wasn't a witness, I looked down on them. Oh, you're not a witness. You're going to die soon. Because that was installed in me from youth, from birth. That was installed in me, right? But we know that that's not the case. I met so many good-hearted, great-hearted people who aren't Jehovah's Witnesses. They have way better hearts than witnesses. Way better hearts. And mind you, if you could find somebody who cares about you, who loves you for who you are, outside the religion, those are your real people. Because all these people in the organization, all these Jehovah's Witnesses, they only care about you. They only so-called love you, fake love. They only love you because you're part of that organization. But you take that aspect, you take that element out the equation, right? You take you being a Jehovah's Witness out the equation, guess what happens? They don't care about you anymore. They don't love you. They don't even like you. You're dead to them, right? I learned that this year. All my Jehovah's Witness family and friends, Jehovah's my Jehovah's Witness friends that I've known for 15 plus years, 15, 20 plus years, all shunned me early this year because I came out as a full-blown apostate. I told them, guys, do your research. Do your research. You will see that I'm not lying, right? So the love from a Jehovah's Witness compared to the so-called worldly people, you can't even compare it. You can't even compare it. Because mind you, anyone who's not a Jehovah's Witness and they talk to you, they associate with you, they love you, right? They are doing that because that is genuine. Mind you, no one owes you anything. They don't owe you anything. Jehovah's Witnesses, they only show you that fake love because you're in that organization. But you talk to someone who doesn't have the same religious beliefs that you have, someone who's an atheist, right? For instance, if an atheist can love you and they can care about you, it has nothing to do with religion, right? Nothing at all to do with religion. If they can care about you and want you in their life, then guess what? That's real. That's real. That's authentic. Because that is two people having two different perspectives, right? And at the end of the day, they say, you know what? I believe in God. You don't believe in God, but you still want me in your life. You still care about me. You still love me for who I am. I respect that. I love that. That would never, ever happen with a Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witnesses only like you / fake love you if you are brainwashed just like them. If you think just like them. If you're indoctrinated just like them. But you take that out the equation, and guess what? That fake love is gone. And that is a blessing in disguise. I love my mom. I love my two brothers. I love all my Jehovah's Witness friends that have shunned me. I love them all, right? But it is a blessing in disguise that they are now out of my life. Because I don't want anything fake in my life. I don't need anything fake. I don't want no fake love. I told them what time it is. I could have been fake. I could have been a PMO. I could have, still went to meetings and kept my family and friends. But I said, no, I'm not doing that. Because I want them to know who I am. I want them to know the real Jerron. I want them to know the true me, my true self. And my true self is saying, listen, I've done my research. I've done my homework. This is not the true religion. I stood up to them. All my Jehovah's Witness family and friends, I stood up to them. I said, listen, this is not the true religion. This is not it. Do your research. If you do your research, you will see that I'm not lying to you. I have nothing to hide. No reason to lie to you guys. I love you guys. I would die for you guys. I would die for my family, my Jehovah's Witness friends and family. I would die for you guys. I have no reason to lie. But you know what happened? Their indoctrination took over. Their brainwashing took over. The minute I stood against the religion, they said, oh, apostate. You speaking against the religion? You're an apostate. And I get that. They're brainwashed. I was once brainwashed. I was once indoctrinated. I get it 100%. I get it. I understand. But I was asking them questions that they couldn't answer. For the first time in my life, I was asking my mom questions she couldn't answer. Mom, where's 1914 in the Bible? Mom, is this watchtower says that these governing body leaders are not inspired by God? Why are you worshiping? Why are you listening to them? Why are you listening to these men? If they're not inspired by God, why are you worshiping them? They're not inspired by God. I'm asking all my Jehovah's Witness family and friends questions that they can't answer. And all they could do at the end of the day, to make it convenient for them, to make it easier for them, all they could do is shun me. That's all they could do is shun me. He's asking me questions I can't answer. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to answer to this. He's down to the governing body leaders. We should serve them blindly. We should just follow and obey and serve them. Why is he asking questions? But you see, when you pressure Jehovah's Witnesses, right? When you ask them stuff that they can't answer, all they can do is back away. Oh, apostate. He's asking too many questions. Apostate, no, the devil. Instead of listening to what I'm saying, instead of dwelling on the question that I'm asking them, all they can do is shy away and shun me, because it's easier. It's easier to shun me than to dwell on the questions that I was asking them. So the love from a Jehovah's Witness is far, far faker. So I don't even say that word. I'm gonna use the word fake. But the love from a non-JW, right? You guys gotta keep this in mind. If anyone who was never a Jehovah's Witness could love you for who you are, hold on to that person. Give them a bear hug. Hold on to that person. Because once I left the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses and I met real people, like I said, I'm about to go on vacation to Australia. I have people in another country in 3 different cities. I have friends in 3 different cities. They've all called out from work just to spend quality time with me. My own mother, my own 2 brothers have shunned me. My mom told me, don't talk to me ever again. Make that make sense. The only thing that makes sense from this is that those outside the organization, they love you for who you are. So hold on to these people. Hold on to these friends. Cherish them. Don't let them go. Remember, you know what fake love is. Fake love is from those in the Christian congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. Real love is from people that love you for who you are and not for what you believe in. Keep that in mind. All right? And I will see you guys in the next video.